Hello everyone, it's Cindy from Stamped with Aloha. Today I have a really fun project to share with you. I'm going to teach you how to create a very simple treat pouch that you can use all year round for a variety of occasions. So let's go ahead and get started. All right, let's begin with some scoring. For this project you need a 4 by 8 1/4 piece of cardstock or designer series paper. For this one I'm going to be working with cardstock, and this is Lost Lagoon. So we're going to start by scoring this at 2 3/4 inches. And then 3 inches, 5 7/8 inches, and then 6 5/8 inches. Okay, and that's all you need to do. All right, so to do this project, we need 2 note card size envelopes. So the first thing that I'm going to do is seal these both shut. Okay, now that they've been sealed, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to cut off a little bit from each end of the envelope. So you can either do this together, or I like to do them one at a time. So I have my cutting blade here. I'm going to carefully open this up, and I'm just going to take off the tiniest little amount on one side. Then I'm going to turn the envelope around, and this time I'm going to line the envelope up at 5 inches. And then I'm going to go ahead and cut. Okay, then we're going to do that same thing a second time. All right, so now both envelopes have been sealed and the ends have been opened up. So now what we want to do is either fold these in half, or because I've cut this at 5 inches, I'm going to go ahead and line this up at 2 1/2 inches. I'm going to move my cutting blade, and I'm going to simply score down the center at 2 1/2 inches on both envelopes. All right, then we're going to fold this in half. And if you have a bone folder, you can use that to crease it. Next, we're going to use some tear and tape. So let me get my tear and tape here, and we are going to start by cutting a small piece. And we're going to place this in between the 2 envelopes. Then I'm going to peel this and stick it together, forming 2 little pockets. Okay, I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. So now, because I want my pouch to have 4 pockets, I'm going to glue the 2 of these together with another piece of tear and tape. So now you'll see we have 4 pockets. Right, so the next thing that we're going to do, we are going to get out our base. Again, you could make this out of designer paper, or you could make this out of cardstock. And you'll see on the base you have a larger gusset, and then you have a smaller gusset. So the smaller gusset is going to be the bottom that's going to hold these, okay? And so the way we're going to adhere this to place this in is we're going to simply do the same thing again. We're going to run a tear and tape here and a tear and tape there. Then I'm going to line this up, center it, and stick it down. And then I'll take and remove this last piece of tape. And then I'll just go ahead and close this pocket. Okay, so this is the basic pouch. Now I'm going to teach you how to create a latch, and we are going to do a little bit of stamping. So the 2 stamp sets that I'm going to be working with today are going to be Snowy Wonder and Choose Happy. And I chose the Choose Happy because I'm creating this project as a personalized project for somebody that I'm going hiking with. And so I wanted the wording to say Happy Adventure. And the nice thing about the Choose Happy stamp set is you can mix and match these words to create your own sentiments. So on with our Happy Adventure. So let's do some stamping. So for the stamping today, I have 2 pieces of cardstock that I've die cut out of basic white and pecan pie, and this die set is called the Nested Essential Dies. All right, so for the first stamp, I'm gonna go ahead and put my sentiment on there. So I'll be using black ink. I'm gonna start with the word happy, and I'm gonna stamp that happy along the bottom left. Okay, next I'm going to add the word adventure with my black ink. All right, perfect. Since this is a hiking trip, I wanted to add some mountains. So I have my Lost Lagoon ink here, and I'm going to be using there's two different sizes of mountains, but we're gonna be hiking some pretty big mountains. So I'm gonna just go with the big mountain here, and I'm gonna do 3. So I'm gonna start with inking up my stamp, and then over here on the left side, I'm gonna stamp a mountain. And then just a little bit above it without re-inking, I'm gonna stamp a second mountain just to give it some texture and depth. And then I'll come over here with full strength ink and stamp a third mountain right there. For our next step, I have pecan pie ink, and I'm going to be using a scrap piece of white paper, and I'm gonna stamp this little cabin image from the Snowy Wonder stamp set. So I'm gonna stamp that. And then the nice thing is this does have a coordinating die. So I'll place the die on there. I will run this through my stamp and cut and emboss machine. And in a matter of minutes, I'm gonna have this cute little cabin. Okay, so then I'm gonna take and I'm gonna place a dimensional behind here. And that's gonna go right there like that. Cute. Next, I'm gonna take my Wink of Stella and I'm just gonna brush the top of the mountains, adding a little bit of glitter. And sparkle. Okay, and then I'm gonna flip this over and I'm going to add dimensionals on the back, and I'm gonna mount this to the pecan pie die cut label here. And again, that was die cut with the Nested Essential Dies. So it's nice because they come in a set and they layer together. So I'm gonna just go ahead and layer that over the top like that. Perfect. And then we're gonna take our little pouch. I wanted to add a little bit of extra texture on the front here. So I have a piece of specialty designer series paper. I think this is the tartan foil paper. And this little piece I'm gonna glue to the top of the flap was cut at 1 3/8 by 3 3/4 inches. So I'm gonna just turn this over and add a little bit of glue to the back of it. And then I'm going to mount this on the top flap of my project. So if you're working with designer series paper on this project, then you wouldn't have to do this step. Okay, for our next step, we're gonna go ahead and fill the pockets before we put on the latch. And so I'm gonna be using these amazing little towelettes that are lavender scented. Somebody recently introduced these to me and we purchased them at the Red Pineapple shop in Kaimuki in Hawaii. But this is great for anybody who's into sports, hiking, pickleball, you love to go to the gym, you love to work out, or even if you like to garden and you wanna just wipe down, they can clean your hands, they can clean your yoga mat or your gym mat. But I think this was a perfect thing for our little adventure. And so I purposely designed this so that it would fit these pouches. However, if you wouldn't give a wipe like this to somebody and this isn't like something that you would think that a friend would be interested in, this little pouch is perfect for tea bags. So I'll show you a sample of a tea one that I made for the holidays so you can see what it looks like with tea bags inside. But you can see that fits those pouches just perfectly. So yeah, Red Pineapple shop in Kaimuki has those has the bags. They look like this. Okay. All right. Now that we've got our gift inside there, let's seal this up. So I'm going to take and I'm going to bring this over so you can see it's a tight fit, but it's just perfect. And then we're going to take and add 3 dimensionals down here at the bottom near where that flap is nicely kind of snugly folded over the top like that. And then I'm going to peel off the back of the dimensional. But I'm going to go ahead and center this on here. and then just press that down. Okay, yep, 3 just worked fine. Then you're just gonna lift this up, and there you go. You have your yoga lavender scented wipes. So I hope that my friend that I'm giving this to will enjoy this special little treat for our happy adventure that we're going on real soon. Now, let me show you another sample of how you could use this as a tea project. So here it is with the designer series paper that comes in the Snowy Wonder suite. And I thought this would be great for peppermint tea. Now the stamps and everything that I used all came from the Snowy Wonder stamp set along with the designer series paper. And although I don't have peppermint tea now, I filled it with some other tea bags, but you can see that because this paper has peppermint candy canes on the inside, this would be a really cute one to fill with a holiday peppermint tea. But you know, any little treat, this would work great for gift cards, but just such a fun pouch and so simple to make, don't you think? Well, anyway, I hope you like this fun and simple idea that I shared with you today. I want to say thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video today. And if you like this project, be sure to leave a comment below and let me know what occasion you made this for, or if you can see yourself using this. I would love to hear your feedback. Well, thanks again. Have a blessed day, and I will look forward to seeing you again real soon. Until next time, aloha.